Hey everyone, Skylinks here, bringing you another Transformers video review. Today we'll be doing Transmetal 2 Blackarachnia. Um, like I said with the Transmetal line, it's a lot more of a nightmarish look than it was with the Transmetal line. The Transmetal 2 line, at least. Sorry. Transmetal 2 line is more nightmarish than the Transmetal line. And it's much more organic and robotic mix. It also lacks the third mode that the Transmetal line has. This is blackarachnia and her Spido transmetal 2 mode. And this is also her as maximal too. There is a cool little thing if you just loosen this up. This little section here, you can flip that around and you can make it Predacon. These are supposed to be the transmetal sparks. Here's the Predacon one, it's purple. You flip it back around and if I can get it. While I'm getting it, blackarachnia became transmetal 2 because when she was with the Maximals in Season 3, she saw becoming transmetal as power. You have power, you can win the Beast Wars. This is where she still had her basic Predacon functions, even though she was working with the Maximals. What happened is she sold the Transmetal 2 driver, or she didn't steal it, but she caught it before Deptarch destroyed it, and essentially became transmetal. Not transmetal, I'm sorry, she essentially tried to become transmetal. Unfortunately, this didn't work out for her, and it set off the failsafe that Trunchus put on her. And Rhinox basically told her, you have two options here. One is that you can stay the way you are, you can stay Predacon, but you're going to turn into a mindless drone. Or you can get the maximal change, I can remove Trunchus' failsafe on you, and you can be perfectly fine. Blackarachnia is not stupid, and she took that option. Unfortunately, Trunchus found out, he hit the failsafe, she died. Or so we thought. The transmetal driver activated somehow, and she became transmetal too, bringing her back to life. Anyways, that's about all you need to know. Nightmarish look-wise, it does have more of a nightmarish look than her former form. The beast mode doesn't have much to it. It doesn't have much posability. I mean, you can move these arms around, and you can move the legs around a lot, but that's about it. You can take this section and release it, and it becomes an extension, or a web. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Grappling hook, web, and robot mode is grappling hook, and here it's web. But anyways, that's her in her beast mode. Color scheme basically is purple, pink, light purple, grayish purple, yellow. A lot of purple. Very feminine. Beast mode look good. Like I said, there's not much to it though. You really can't do too much with it. And this whole gap right here is annoying. I will transform her. Gonna warn you in advance. I'm not the greatest at transforming her. So, if I make a mistake or something, please forgive me. Anyways, first thing that we do is we take this section and we release her gun, or her grappling hook. Next is you take this arm section and you just bring them out like so. And it really helps the transformation if you get these legs out of the way too. These things annoy the living shit out of me, so I just move them out of the way. There you go. And disconnect this section. And right here. This part right here, the back part, is essentially the robot mode. It's where the bulk of the robot mode is located. First thing that you do is you flip up this back section. That is the head. Hey, look. You can see her head. In robot mode, this can become a protective shielding. I'll go over that in a second, but yeah. I shouldn't have mentioned that thoroughly. Flip this section up, flip these sections back. And I know I'm doing this upside down, but it's the easiest way to do it. Take these sections, and these become the legs. You just have to bring it out, adjust the legs, form the legs. She has stiletto heels. How convenient. And then you want to... Let me see if I can do this. I'm sorry, this is hard because there's a lot of robot bulk, or spider bulk. Just flip this section in, this goes in, and you have to move this section down. That section is very tight on my figure, so I was surprised I got that on the first try. Anyways, we're halfway there. I'm going to just show you a little thing. She does have a karate kick action. You have to wind it up, and you press ahead, and it spins, like so. It wasn't that much, but you can wind up a bit more. I don't because I really don't care for it. It's just a stupid little gimmick, but yeah. I guess in the show she did a lot of karate kicks. She did. She fought Rampage and she kicked the living shit out of him. So yeah, Anyways, this section, let me just get this crap out of the way. All you have to do now is slide this section into place. This is easier said than done. It's not very cooperative with me. Whether or not it's just my figure or if it's just the design of the figure overall, it doesn't like to cooperate with me. So, see if I can get this while it's on camera to show you. But yeah, it is not that cooperative. I might even have to pause this. I never have to pause my reviews for this. But, come on. Like I said, I'm not that great with this figure, so I'm going to pause the review for a second so I can put this into place. Okay, I fixed it. I just had to bend that in. It took like 2 minutes. But yeah, here's blackarachnia fully transformed. Once you get all the shit out of the way, she looks a lot more neater and looks a lot more cooler. She looks really feminine in this mode, which is something I like. The other blackarachnia didn't have. Hope she stays balanced while I give you a look at the robot mode. Posability, her arms are fairly posable. They're actually very posable. Like I said, I'm not going to go over the Beast Wars posability too much because it's basically all the same. So yeah, she looks nice. She looks very feminine. She has her grappling hook here. The claws can be moved out. I'll show you that in a moment. And she can create the blast shielding. The face is very, very accurate compared to the CGI model. Everything's accurate. The only thing not accurate is all this shit in the back is actually smaller than the CGI model, and she's shorter. She's actually about almost Step Charge's height, this figure. In the show, she was smaller than Silverbolt. So, yeah. Anyways, so the claws can extend out like so. The blast shielding can come down like so. This figure is interesting because the earlier editions of the models, you can actually move the breastplate like so. And she has like a bra on, a cyber bra. I don't know. This was corrected later on. I think it still had the flaw though in the RC reissue. This figure is awesome. I think it's the best of the transmetal 2s, or one of the best. It's just incredibly accurate and it looks nice. It's a step up from what blackarachnia was before. The robot mode looks just beautiful. I love it. To get it online, you might have to pay a fair amount of money. It's not easy to get. Used, I got this for $40, so used is like $40. If you want to get packaging, I bet bidding starts at $20, but it moves up real quickly to the $60s. This is a hard-to-find figure, or not necessarily. Well, yeah, it is kind of hard to find, but it's also pretty expensive. But it's well worth your money. I think it's better of the blackarachnias, obviously. And it's one of the better of the transmetal line, so it's definitely worth picking up. I definitely suggest getting it. The only thing you might be annoyed with is the hips. With the kicking action, it can be very annoying. But yes, good figure. Best of the transmetal 2s, with the exception of Dragon Megatron. But anyways, that's blackarachnia. Pick her up. In the show, the only problem with her is she showed up in the last 4 episodes in this mode, so you didn't really get to see that much of her. Oh well. That's a bummer, but we'll live through it. One more quick look at this. My battery's saying low, but screw that shit. She's a great display model, and you can put her in some pretty funky poses. So yeah. And I'll show you the back real quickly. These little missile thingy looking stuff, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but you can bend those down and get them out of the way. I almost dropped her. But yeah, just the legs are the only thing annoying about her. You have to move those out of the way and make sure they're not keeping her from falling. Balancing her is actually surprisingly easier than you thought. You would think, but it still can be a challenge, so be careful. Definitely pick her up if you're willing to pay the money. Great Beast Wars figure. Skylink saying peace out. blackarachnia, peace out.